Greetings everyone. This is Dr. Abhishek Samdesi, and today we shall discuss regarding ABG Simplified Video Part 4 regarding the clinical features and interpretation of metabolic acidosis. We shall discuss the clinical manifestation under the following headings. First is the respiratory manifestation, the cardiovascular manifestation, the neurological manifestation, and other clinical manifestations. The first one being the respiratory manifestation. When there is metabolic acidosis, the moment we tell metabolic, it means the bicarbonates are the factor resulting in acidosis. Decrease in serum bicarbonate results in acidosis. So that is usually compensated by its friend, the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide will try to make the blood more alkaline, and carbon dioxide is mainly controlled by lung. And how does lung facilitate the reduction in carbon dioxide? It is by hyperventilation. When there is hyperventilation or increased ventilation, what happens is the carbon dioxide also flushes out. One more clinical implication of the metabolic acidosis on the pulmonary vessel is there is decreased pulmonary vessel compliance, and this predisposes the patient to develop pulmonary edema, especially when he is bombarded with excess fluids. So one has to always keep in mind that when a patient is in metabolic acidosis, you have to be careful not to overload the patient with excessive fluids, as the patient is prone to develop pulmonary edema because of decreased compliance of the pulmonary vessels. Now let us discuss regarding the cardiovascular manifestation of metabolic acidosis. So what can we expect in a patient with metabolic acidosis on cardia? The first thing is whenever there is acidosis, it is going to cause vasodilatation. The second thing is it decreases the contractility of the heart. Because there is arterial vasodilatation and decreased cardiac contractility, what we can expect is hypotension. The other effect that metabolic acidosis has on the cardia is there is decreased response to inotropes. This we face in our clinical scenario in ICUs. Always remember that when patient has metabolic acidosis, patient goes for hypotension, we have to even remember the fact that because of acidosis, the action of inotropes also is reduced. Lastly, the other effect of metabolic acidosis on cardia is it increases the risk of arrhythmias. Next, let us discuss regarding the neurological manifestations. Patients, because of the cerebral vasodilation, develop headache, they can get confused, and it can progress to drowsiness to coma. Another manifestation that metabolic acidosis has over the body is impaired glucose tolerance. This becomes problematic in our ICU cases where the patient is a known diabetic, where the glucose might not come under control. Other manifestation that the metabolic acidosis has is there is shift of the oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve to the right. The other manifestation of metabolic acidosis on the body is the non-specific symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, and weakness. The next most important thing is how to interpret the metabolic acidosis. Now let us have a look at the following scenario. The pH is within the normal range between 7.35 to 7.40. But the bicarbonate here is reduced, that is less than 22 milliequivalent per liter. And the carbon dioxide is still within the normal range of 35 to 45. When we see this kind of clinical scenario, it means that patient definitely has metabolic acidosis. But because the carbon dioxide is still normal, it means that it is an acute event. The compensation is yet to begin. Let us have a look at the second scenario. In the second scenario, say the pH is less than 7.35 and bicarbonate is also reduced, but carbon dioxide is still normal. Here, it means to say that the acidosis has worsened, but the carbon dioxide is still normal. This is suggestive of an uncompensated metabolic disorder. So it is uncompensated metabolic acidosis. Next scenario is when pH is less than 7.35 and bicarbonate is reduced and also the carbon dioxide is reduced. As you can see, all the arrows are in the same direction. When you see a scenario like this, it means that carbon dioxide has taken part in compensation, but because the pH has not come back to the normal limit as mentioned here, it means that it is just a partial compensation. It is not fully compensated. So this is partial compensation. And also you can always apply the expected compensation of carbon dioxide in metabolic acidosis by adding 15 to the predicted bicarbonate. If it matches, it means it is compensating. If not, it is not compensating. And you have to suspect added metabolic or respiratory acidosis or alkalosis if that is not matching. Now let us look at the other scenario. In this scenario, what has happened is the pH is between 7.35 to 7.40, but the bicarbonate is still on the lower side and carbon dioxide is still reduced. What has happened in this scenario is the carbon dioxide is reduced to compensate for the bicarbonate which is low, and this successfully has brought the pH within the normal limit. This is suggestive of a fully compensated disorder. Now, this table is a simplified way of interpreting a metabolic acidosis. So whenever you have metabolic acidosis, always and always measure anion gap, and if anion gap is positive, check for delta anion gap as I have discussed in my previous video. Depending on your interpretation of this metabolic acidosis associated with anion gap or normal anion gap, with or without delta anion gap, it should give us an idea regarding the etiology. And always remember, treat the cause. Just do not treat the symptom. Treat the cause so that the entire process of this metabolic acidosis is reversed. So these are my references. And this brings an end to our discussion on metabolic acidosis, clinical manifestation, and interpretation. In the next video, we shall start discussing on the metabolic alkalosis.